Hello, I'm Marcia Masters and I work with Economics Arkansas. It's my privilege to have a few moments to share with you some resources that I hope you will find helpful as you prepare for the 2020 school year. At Economics Arkansas, our hope is to help make future success for the students in your classroom. You are VIPs to us, very important people and very important partners. Please let us know throughout the school year how we can assist you. I'm going to talk about a few of the resources that we have available and some of the partner organizations that we work with. But at the end, I'm going to leave my contact information to see how we can make your year a success. We began in 1962 under the leadership of Dr. Arch Ford. And today we still recognize our first executive director, Bessie B. Moore, who was a pioneer for economic education through some of our programs that we offer. We really exist because we want to do these four things. We want to help students understand the importance of making sound decision making. We want them to understand about the market economy and their role in it. We hope that they understand how important it is to invest in their human capital and also to foster financially responsible behavior. We do this through a variety of ways, and one avenue is through trainings and workshops. Usually in the summer, our cars are fast moving across the state to share resources, whether in a co-op, in a school setting. This year we've kind of altered a little bit and we've done a lot of webinars. If you check out our event calendar, you'll find that they're full of opportunities to learn about resources for your classroom. One of the areas that we focus on is financial literacy. And I know so many of you were impacted when Act 480 and 466 came into being. We jumped quickly to try to find some resources that would be helpful for you, that would be easy to access and free. So we partnered with some fabulous organizations. We feel that partners are resource multipliers. And one of those partners is the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. We heard from many teachers this spring who said that this site was a lifesaver for them as they went virtual. If you don't already know about this site, I would encourage you visit and maybe set up an account in the teacher portal. There you can select from their gallery of options of videos, podcasts, lessons, and online courses. You can assign them to your students, create a digital syllabus, and get them right to work. It allows your students the opportunity to work at their own pace, and it gives you as the educator a bird's eye view of what they're doing. Additionally, we work with Bank of America and Better Money Habits. Do you know this site? It has been developed to look at the different areas that appear on the screen. And as you work with each one of the sites, you'll see things like this appear. They have worked closely with the Khan Academy, so you'll find a lot of videos there. You'll find quizzes, you'll find articles, also infographics, just ready for your use. Next-gen personal finance is probably something that's on your radar. If not, you'll want to set up a free teacher account where you will have access to all of the answers behind all the activities they've created. It reminds me a bit of Better Money Habits because it's divided by categories, and within them you might find questions of the day, or you might find interactives, lesson plans, easily assigned. I've heard fabulous comments from teachers who've used it. Not only do they look at financial literacy, they also look at career opportunities and also a little bit on the topic of entrepreneurship. Econ EdLink is an organization that we are closely associated with at Economics Arkansas. If you don't know about this site, it's also free for use, econedlink.org. Set up a free account and there you can store your favorite resources. They recently developed a series of videos on personal finance, and many of them have a fun game like a Kahoot that goes along at the end of the video. Additionally, they have lesson plans that are printed. They also have some fun tools like a compound interest calculator and others. Remember to check out Econ EdLink. Choose FI is rather new to us at Economics Arkansas. We're hosting some webinars this summer with some of their leadership. Choose FI, F-I. And they have lessons for elementary, middle, and high school. How many of you played financial football? I bet some of you have seen the success that happens in the classroom when this comes out. Your students can play individually, or you can divide the class in half and play one-on-one as they match up team against team, moving down the field. If it's been a while since you've played financial football, you want to check it out because they've made some new advances and I really like them. There's also a financial soccer. I'm sure that there's a number of you who are familiar with NEFI, the National Endowment for Financial Education. Recently, I've heard a lot of teachers who've said some positive things about how they found it helpful in their classroom. So I would encourage you to check it out if you don't already use their resources. We also partner with ACRE, the Arkansas Center for Research and Economics, housed on the UCA campus. They have developed some really wonderful, all-comprehensive, inclusive modules. And most recently, they have released Personal Finance 101. Remember to check out ACRE's resources. In addition to financial literacy, we also want to feed the seeds of entrepreneurship, and we do that through a lot of different avenues. We host workshops, webinars, conferences, and we've also developed a series of new lessons on our website. So if you go to economicsarkansas.org, you'll find the Inspire lessons. There are 12 lessons available. They were developed by a dear colleague of ours in Mississippi, James Wilcox, who has a passion for entrepreneurship education. These lessons were developed around a series of videos created by Stevens Investment Firm. If you look at these photos, do you know all the names? You may not, and that's okay. Some live and tell their own story. Others tell the story on behalf of these people who've made big impacts on entrepreneurship and business. They all started very humble beginnings, but because they were inspired by a problem or an opportunity, they have grown businesses that have made an impact on our economy today. I encourage you to check them out. They're 3 to 5 minutes long, but here's the beauty of it. Each one of the videos now has a lesson that accompanies it. They are not long lessons. They are easily adapted to be a 5 to 10 minute lesson or an entire class period. So you determine what best fits into your curriculum. One of my favorite videos is the story of Madam C.J. Walker. If you've ever read about her or seen any of her articles about her life, you'll be inspired by her as well. So this particular lesson looks at the topics of bootstrapping, product development, and marketing. Maybe you cover some of those same things in your classroom. In this activity, the author developed an activity where students work in groups using common items like paper clips, rubber bands, and plastic cups, and they create a new product for the market that solves a problem. For Madam C.J. Walker, the problem was her hair was falling out, and she had to come up with a new idea. So in this activity, there's an extension, and the extension is called the $10 Challenge. The author, James, has done this competition in Mississippi for several years, and he's grown it to up to over 700 students who participate annually. He did a survey, and he asked students in Mississippi, what's the most that you spend on junk food in a month? He took all of their answers, and the lowest number he received was $10. And so he issues this challenge annually to students in Mississippi. You take 10 of your own dollars and you invest in yourself and you begin to grow your business. So this challenge can happen over a short period of time or an entire year. And at the end, students come together, and those who have grown their business the most actually receive some prize money. We're going to do this in Arkansas this year. I look forward to details on how we're going to roll it out and what the time frame will be. Additionally, we'll also offer a pitch competition for high school students. We love to connect educators to industry and to career paths that are out there. And one of our favorite workshops in the summer is the Connecting Educators to Industry series. We love to go on site in a community, hear from the leaders in that community, go and tour industry, and of course we always bring Be Pro, Be Proud along. If you haven't had a chance to bring Be Pro to your school, you certainly need to check out their website. They have a new 2.0 version vehicle, and it's amazing. I know some of you have had them, and some of you might have gotten your trip canceled this spring, unfortunately. But their website's fabulous. So their website looks at some of the high in demand jobs in Arkansas that are available. They've created fun videos that kind of showcase what that job does and the job outlook and the average salary. And they help students path step by step lead towards what it would take to become that career. I'm sure Real Life Arkansas is nothing that you don't already know about, but sometimes it's nice to be reminded. I love this as a tool to help students look at financial literacy, career paths, and make some connections on what it takes to live the lifestyle that they want. I've heard so many teachers who've used this in a variety of ways. Remember to check it out and use it this school year. Of course, I'm a big fan of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS.gov. It's the Occupational Outlook Handbook, but there's a lot of fun interactives in the student section, so remember to check it out. Navigate is something that I fell in love with a couple of years ago. It comes from the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas. It is printable material that they send directly to you at no financial cost to you. And it is a workbook. So there's a student and a teacher workbook, and you can pick and choose whether you use the entire publication or just bits and pieces, but it encourages students to think about career paths and how they invest in their human capital to reach them. These are free at no cost, the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas. The Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond actually took that same theory and they put theirs all online. So if you've never heard of Invest in What's Next, Life After High School, you definitely want to go to the Richmond Fed and check out this resource because it's kind of the same path, but it's all online. We also offer some programs that we're very proud of at Economics Arkansas. And of course, our signature program is the Stock Market Game. So students in 4th through 12th grade have the opportunity to test their investment skills by getting $100,000 cash and working as a team to determine how they want to invest their money. So this spring was kind of a rocky road for some of our students as that we hit some kind of bumpy patches, but it was full of life lessons. Your teams can consist of 1 to 5 team members. Most play 2 to 4 on a team to keep everyone actively engaged. It is such an opportunity for your students to not only learn about what's happening in current events, but also learn how to research and come up with decisions that are best for them. Amazing to us, we hear from students who played this simulation and they became investors or they became career industry people because they loved the language of the market. The dates for this year, fall and year-long, begin in September. The spring begins January the 11th. And you can see the time frame of when they end. So the fall ends around December and the spring ends in April. If your students want to participate in the fall or spring game, it is a $15 fee per team of up to 5 on a team. It's $30 for the year long. One new rule change that's happened is in the past, we've recognized the top 2 finishers in every division in 6 areas of the state. This year, it's tightening the reins. You have to be number 1 to be the winner recognized for our awards luncheon. If you want to participate in this game, I would love to have you and help you in any way. And I'd also like to help you find ways so that you don't have to pay for this out of your own pocket. The Arkansas Securities gives an annual grant opportunity for teachers. It's usually the end of September. You can ask for team fees, totally free. You would have, it's very easy grant process. You could ask for curriculum or books. You could also ask for technology. So if you wanted Chromebooks, a charging cart, they want to give it to you. It's $125,000 to spread across the state. If you've never received it, this is your chance to apply. Arkansas Securities Department. Donors Choose is also very kind to help us with team fees through a special grant offering that they host. If you can't apply for Donors Choose, then there's one other option, and that's the Donna K. Wright Scholarship, and that's through our office. It will only fund team fees on a limited basis, but it's an opportunity as well. 2 additional competitions that I want to introduce you to that we're going to host this year. The first one is the personal finance competition. We were going to do this spring and then things happened and we didn't get to have it, but this is a different competition. So we would bring teams of 4 to Central Arkansas to compete in the state competition. Each team of 4 would receive a fictitious family notebook, and inside it is all of their life. And that as a financial advising team, This group would have to make a plan of what they would suggest to this family and present it to a team of financial advisors. I see so many great connections that come from this personal finance challenge. The team that wins first automatically advances to the Nebraska finals. There's also a cash prize for second and third place finishers. We're excited to offer this in the spring. We're bringing back the Econ Challenge. Some of you have participated in that in the past. This really tests your students' academic knowledge on a variety of topics related to economics. If we'll have prize-winning money for the first and second place finishers with this as well. The number one team does not automatically qualify for the national competition in New York, but there is a second regional competition that exists for them. Economics Arkansas has a tremendous number of resources available, and we want you to visit our website at economicsarkansas.org. We want you to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're constantly posting new events that happen. I would invite you to look at the For Teachers tab to see everything that's available. The lesson plans that I mentioned, like Inspire, are there. We have live binders of resources. We actually have information about awards program we offer every year for teachers, and the cash prize is $1,000 for you, just for sharing the great things that you do in your classroom with us. Everything that I've shared today is also found on this website. I invite you to watch our event calendar, because daily things are popping up that you might be interested in attending. We often are giving resources as a thank you for attending these events, and it's professional development that you can count towards your requirements in your school. They're listed on our event calendar, but the registration is often through ESC Works, so that's another way to visit us. All of the partners that I mentioned today, we love to spotlight on our website as well. So we have a section for economic resources, we have a section for financial literacy, and we also have a section for entrepreneurship. All of them are hyperlinked, so the things that I've talked about and spoken about today as partners, that's where we put them. We want to help you champion for success in 2021, whatever it looks like. We're here to help serve you. I'm going to share my personal information, and I would invite you to email or call me anytime. Just like you, I'm always quickly available and accessible to help you. You are going to have the opportunity to make such defining moments come to life for the students in your classroom this year. And we at Economics Arkansas want to help make those become a reality. So please remember to visit economicsarkansas.org. Email, text, or call me anytime, and let us know how we can help serve you and your students in the coming year. Thank you so much